Spy Family is one of those animes that I can put on an episode now and again. I don't rush to, I don't mind binge watching it together, or whenever there's a new episode coming on, I will watch and kind of fall in love with the characters. But as season 2 continues, I am totally loving it and finding myself more and more drawn into the characters, the family, the assassin, the spy, the young girl Anna who can hear people's thoughts, and the dog who can see into the future. And so I went into this with trepidation, but hoping that it was going to be good. So let's talk about it. After receiving an order to be replaced in Operation Strix, Lloyd decides to help Anna win a cooking competition at Eden Academy by making the director's favorite meal in order to prevent his replacement. So Lloyd knows he needs to do something special in order to keep his family from falling apart, which means that he needs to make a special dessert so that Anna can win the competition, get the star that she needs, and then they can stick together as a family. That's ultimately the goal, and stopping war from happening. But for me, I want them to stay together. The first half an hour of this film is very similar groundings. We see familiar characters on both sides, other characters that we've come to know a little bit about, like the brother, like the guy that is always a bit pervy. Those characters we get to see and know a little bit about are in that kind of first half an hour, cementing the feeling of, oh yes, we're watching Spy Family. But when they need to go on a trip, they go together on a sort of first family holiday, and that's when things start to get really interesting and really fun. I knew this film going into it would be fun, but I didn't expect it to be excellent. It's always looked beautiful, this day in the life of romantic spy family units. It's always looked pretty, but I didn't expect the action to be so good, because we don't often get too much action in the series. We get little spurts where Anna's mom, the assassin, has to maneuver something, or she's on a mission, or the spy, the dad, is doing something. We get a bit of action there, or Anna gets herself in trouble and it's their dog that has to kind of rescue her. This time around we do find Anna in a most remarkable amount of circumstances, set up beautifully at the beginning as they go on their holiday. She finds herself in trouble, which then makes mom and dad, surrogate mother and father, have to spur into action. And so as we get to the third tier of this film, there's much more action than I was expecting in this film, beautifully showcasing some of the assassin skills against an enemy we haven't seen her have to come up and use her full skill set yet, as well as the spy dad. And this all happens at the same time, all revolving around something that's kind of spurred on to go into the rest of the film. So a 3-tiered arc, setting you up into a very recognizable, familiar territory, as if you're watching an episode of the anime. Middle is their kind of family trying to teach Anna how to make a dessert, and then as we get into that middle part, it's the main arc of this particular film, but setting us in a new location. So as well as building the family unit, getting to know them more, getting their family unit to kind of work together on holiday, experiencing new wonderful things, we get that action, and it's big, it's loud, the sound effects, the soundtrack are awesome. But the best thing about this anime has always been the quirky, lovable character Anna, and how she deals with her spy dad and assassin mom and dog that can see the future. Because mom and dad don't know of each other's actual work, it's always Anna trying to keep them together, stay together as a part of the family. You get all of those quirky eccentricities that she has come to expect from her family as well as herself. But seeing them on a big, wider adventure, we get to play with all of those things we've had in the anime. And it does so not at the expense of the arc, but it helps to kind of cement the lovable nature of the characters that we've come to know and love. There's a wonderful couple of moments, well, long moments in this film where the animators do something different with the animation. 2 times. One is to do with the spy, I won't be going into that, and the other is to do with Anna, who has a sort of musical moment and song. Watching this with a crowd full of people that want to be at the cinema watching anime, and particularly this, it really changes the atmosphere. And when this song came up, I haven't seen a crowd laugh that much or that hard periodically through the scene that was going on consistently by a various amounts of people through different age groups and demographics. I was amazed at how well the jokes and the funny parts in this film hit, the really emotional parts and the lovable character. She does all those things that are just ridiculously cute, and how you get little moments and that's so nice, and kind of little like reactions to the film. Throughout the film we had those moments, and we just felt like the zeitgeist of everybody loving this anime was really enjoying it. It felt like there wasn't a miss in the jokes. I was so surprised because I took my wife with me and she's not really into anime. I've managed to get her to watch most of Attack on Titan, but she's not an anime lover, but she likes going out, eating popcorn and going out with me just to spend time with me, and she knows I love anime. But she came away going, wow, that was really good. That was a lot of fun. And her reaction to seeing the people that love anime there and how everybody was in it together, she said that that's one of the best cinema experiences she's had because of the people loving it together and everybody laughing at the same moment. The amount of laughter or horror that you experience with the zeitgeist of people wanting to be there, people not on their phones or talking throughout the film, when it's a genuine bunch of people that love a particular brand or genre, then you really get to find your people. And I felt like when I was sitting in the cinema that these anime people, all age groups, were my people. And hopefully I've roped in you to wanting to go watch this at the cinema if you can find time and place, because it's limited run in the UK. I doubt it'll be on for more than a couple of weeks, so I'm going to give this a strong 4.5 Nicolas Cages.
You got one.
Because the voice work was incredible. I watched in the original language and we read the subtitles. Soundtrack, score, pacing was beautifully done. So much building tension, but also just genuinely funny. Give this a go if you're a fan of the anime. You also don't need to have watched this series. My wife has seen a couple of the episodes and she loved the film. She got everything because they kind of do a little recap of who these characters are at the beginning. Very nice of them to include people that haven't seen the anime, but they'll probably go back now and watch the anime because they love the film so much. I hope more and more people come to this anime and enjoy it as much as I do now. Thanks so much for watching. Check out my other anime reviews and other reviews that I have on this channel. Don't forget, we go live tomorrow at 4 p.m. UK time with Movies and Munchies, talking about the best thing we watched. We also have that Patreon that continues to grow with an amazing amount of people. Everything on our Patreon starts at £1 and there's over 100 videos there, so everything is in the description. That, I think, is mostly all the housekeeping done. All right, catch you on the next one.